Pennsylvania is a state full of rich history and beautiful landscapes, but it's also home to some of the most intriguing cryptid legends. From eerie tales passed down by Native Americans to modern-day sightings, these mysterious creatures continue to capture the imagination. Join us as we journey through Pennsylvania's forests, mountains, and rivers to uncover the secrets of these elusive beings that have sparked curiosity and debate for centuries.
The Keystone State is steeped in the legend of the Sasquatch, known locally as the Pennsylvania Sasquatch or Bigfoot, blending ancient Native American tales and reports from colonial times with ongoing modern-day sightings that captivate researchers and enthusiasts alike. Stories dating back centuries depict encounters with a towering bipedal hominid, or ape-like creature covered in dark or reddish-brown fur, standing between 7 to 10 feet tall. These beings are said to leave behind footprints resembling those of humans but far larger, measuring 15 to 24 inches in length. Witnesses often recount eerie vocalizations echoing through dense forests, described as a blend of howls, grunts, and whistles, adding to the mystique surrounding these sightings. The state's diverse landscapes, including expansive forests like the Allegheny National Forest, Micho State Forest, and the rugged terrain of the Pocono Mountains, serve as prominent settings for reported encounters. Rothrock State Forest, Chestnut Ridge, and stretches of the Appalachian Trail are also notable hotspots. These areas have garnered attention from researchers and investigative organizations keen on unraveling the truth behind these elusive creatures. Investigations into Pennsylvania's Bigfoot phenomenon explore various hypotheses. Some suggest that sightings could be misinterpretations of known wildlife, such as bears or large mammals, while others speculate that these encounters might involve a yet undiscovered primate species adapted to North America's wilderness. As sightings persist and stories continue to circulate, Pennsylvania remains a focal point for those fascinated by the enigmatic presence of Bigfoot in contemporary times. Raystown Ray, the legendary creature said to lurk beneath the depths of Raystown Lake, persists in local lore, a phenomenon likened to legendary lake monsters found worldwide. Accounts from early settlers and fishermen detail sightings of a long, sinuous form gliding beneath the lake's surface, suggesting a mysterious presence that continues to elude scientific classification. Theories abound regarding Raystown Ray's origins, with some speculating it could be a plesiosaur, a surviving relic from prehistoric times, similar to other lake monsters reported globally. Others suggest it may be a large species of fish, such as an unusually large catfish, carp, or sturgeon, known to inhabit deep, murky waters. Modern expeditions supported by local universities and research teams are utilizing advanced underwater drones and deep-sea sonar technology to meticulously scan Raystown Lake's vast underwater terrain in Huntingdon County. These efforts aim to provide conclusive proof of Raystown Ray's existence and to unravel the creature's ecological niche within Pennsylvania's largest man-made lake, bridging the gap between folklore and scientific inquiry. The melancholic legend of the squonk casts a haunting presence over the hemlock forests of northern Pennsylvania. According to local lore, this elusive cryptid is said to possess a hide that is uniquely loose, wrinkled, and covered in warts, giving it a distinctively sorrowful appearance. It is believed to weep incessantly, and its tears have a peculiar effect. They dissolve its own body upon contact, rendering it one of the most elusive creatures in local folklore. Sightings of the squonk are fleeting and rare, often described as sorrowful glimpses of a creature that appears to dissolve into mist. Witnesses recount seeing the squonk attempting to hide its tear-stained face, as if ashamed of its appearance and constant weeping. Despite its melancholic demeanor, the legend surrounding the squonk evokes a sense of wonder and curiosity among those who venture into the deep forests. Recent encounters reported by forest rangers and wilderness explorers in the Allegheny National Forest in McKean County and Rothrock State Forest in Huntingdon County continue to perpetuate the legend. Ongoing efforts are underway to document and study the squonk's habitat preferences and behavioral patterns using remote sensing and ecological monitoring techniques. These endeavors seek to unravel the mystery surrounding the squonk and shed light on its elusive nature within Pennsylvania's dense woodlands. The Jaiwoggle, Pennsylvania's official cryptid of Clinton County, is described as a humanoid creature with a unique blend of canine and hoofed features and powerful talon-like claws. Historical accounts trace sightings of the guy-woggle back to encounters documented by indigenous tribes and early European settlers, suggesting it has adapted to thrive in Pennsylvania's diverse ecological landscapes. One intriguing theory surrounding the guy-woggle's origin involves tales of witches in the region allegedly conjuring the creature through mystical rituals. Modern sightings continue to intrigue cryptozoologists and enthusiasts alike. Witnesses report glimpses of this mysterious figure moving swiftly through the forests near the Pennsylvania Wilds and Bald Eagle State Park. These sightings fuel debates about the creature's origins. Is it a remnant of an unknown species, a myth steeped in local folklore, or a creation of supernatural forces? The Albatwitch of Lancaster County stands as a unique figure in Pennsylvania's cryptid pantheon, blending Native American legend with accounts from early settlers. Described as a small, ape-like creature standing approximately 4 feet tall with a fondness for apples, it leaves behind twisted branches and signs of its presence in the dense forests of the region. According to Native American lore, Chickies Rock in Lancaster County is a place of spiritual significance, believed to be inhabited by supernatural beings. Settlers' accounts from the 18th and 19th centuries also mention encounters with strange humanoid creatures that match the description of the Albatwitch. This cryptid straddles the line between folklore and potential scientific discovery, intriguing both cryptozoologists and local enthusiasts alike. Ongoing investigations deploy sophisticated tools like motion-activated trail cameras and audio recorders in locations such as Chickies Rock County Park in Lancaster County and along the Susquehanna River's banks in York County, where sightings have been most frequent. These efforts aim to capture new evidence and gather eyewitness testimonials, shedding light on the mystery of the Albatwitch and its enduring presence in the cultural and natural history of Pennsylvania. In western Pennsylvania, the Waterford sheepman roams the rural outskirts, its presence shrouded in mystery. Witnesses describe a humanoid figure draped in wool or fur, standing at about 6 feet tall, with the head of a sheep or goat, blending seamlessly into the rural landscape. The first reported sighting dates back to the early 1970s when a farmer near Waterford claimed to have seen a strange, wool-covered figure lurking near his property. He described it as having glowing red eyes and emitting a low, eerie bleating sound. This sighting sparked local interest and led to numerous other reports from nearby residents who described similar encounters. Recent encounters reported by farmers and residents near Presque Isle State Park in Erie County and the Allegheny National Forest in Warren County have renewed interest in the Waterford sheepman. Ongoing efforts are underway to collect physical evidence and conduct genetic analyses to determine the origins and potential evolutionary adaptations of this enigmatic creature within Pennsylvania's diverse ecosystems. These endeavors aim to unravel the mystery surrounding the Waterford sheepman and shed light on its role in the region's folklore and natural history. In the waters of the Susquehanna River, reports of the Susquehanna seal draw curiosity. Descriptions of a seal-like creature gliding through the river's currents have persisted since early colonial times, prompting investigations into potential sightings and ecological conditions that could support such a cryptid in Pennsylvania's riverine ecosystems. Witnesses described the creature as having a sleek, dark body, roughly 6 to 8 feet in length, with a head resembling that of a seal, and flippers aiding its smooth, agile movements through the water. Recent eyewitness reports from anglers and recreational boaters near Harrisburg in Dauphin County and Columbia in Lancaster County have documented sightings of this mysterious form, surfacing briefly before disappearing beneath the river's depths. These accounts have spurred collaborative research efforts between aquatic biologists and local historians to explore historical records and gather new evidence to support the existence of the Susquehanna seal. Theories about the Susquehanna seal range from misidentified known animals such as otters, beavers, or large fish, to the possibility of an unknown species uniquely adapted to the river's environment. Some speculate that the creature could be a relic population of a prehistoric marine animal that has somehow survived and adapted to freshwater conditions. Others suggest it might be an escapee from a private collection or zoo that found its way into the river. The blending of folklore and occasional sightings of unusual aquatic life has helped sustain the legend over the years. Ongoing research aims to uncover the truth, delving into the ecological mysteries of the Susquehanna River and its potential to harbor unknown species, ensuring that the search for the Susquehanna seal remains a fascinating pursuit for both scientists and enthusiasts alike. Along Conewago Creek, the Conewago Phantom casts a spectral shadow. Accounts of a winged humanoid figure haunting the creek's banks describe a dark, shadowy being with large, bat-like wings and glowing red eyes. Stories dating back centuries continue to fuel speculation about its nature, with sightings blending into local folklore as a guardian of the region's haunted landscapes. Recent encounters reported by paranormal investigators and local residents near Manchester in York County and Mount Wolf in York County have prompted nighttime vigils and technological surveillance using infrared cameras and electromagnetic field detectors. These efforts aim to capture new evidence and unravel the mystery behind the Conewago Phantom's presence in Pennsylvania's historic waterways. Theories about the Conewago Phantom's origins vary widely. Some suggest it could be a misidentified large bird or bat, while others propose it might be an unknown species or even a remnant from prehistoric times. Another theory posits that the phantom could be a manifestation of local folklore, a symbol of the area's rich history and cultural beliefs. More fantastical explanations include the possibility of it being a creature conjured through supernatural means or a visitor from another dimension. The pursuit of understanding this winged figure continues to captivate those interested in the legend as investigations seek to uncover the truth behind the sightings. Among these legends stands the Pennsylvania Dogman, a creature reported in various regions of the state. Descriptions paint it as a formidable hybrid of canine and humanoid features, standing upright like a man but possessing the head and body of a large wolf or dog. Witnesses often describe its eyes as glowing with an otherworldly intensity, accompanied by unsettling howls and growls that echo through the night. Mysterious footprints resembling those of a large wolf are frequently found in areas where sightings occur, including the infamous Lichen Loop, a large area of dense forest spanning multiple counties in central Pennsylvania, and throughout Michaud State Forest in Franklin County, an area known for cryptid sightings and activity. Recent encounters by campers and hunters in the Pocono Mountains in Monroe County and along the Lichen Loop have sparked intense debates among cryptozoologists and wildlife experts. These discussions delve into theories ranging from misidentified wildlife to the existence of an unknown species uniquely adapted to Pennsylvania's diverse habitats. Cutting-edge technologies such as thermal imaging and DNA analysis are being utilized in ongoing investigations to substantiate claims and shed light on the elusive nature of the Pennsylvania Dogman, adding yet another layer of intrigue to the state's cryptid mysteries. The Pennsylvania Thunderbird is a legendary cryptid deeply rooted in the folklore of the state, particularly prevalent in regions such as the Allegheny National Forest, the Pocono Mountains, and the rural counties like Bedford, Crawford, and Lycoming. Descriptions of the Thunderbird vary, but it is consistently depicted as a massive bird with an impressive wingspan that reportedly exceeds 20 feet. Witnesses have described its wings as either feathered or having a leathery texture akin to that of a bat. The Thunderbird derives its name from the powerful sound of its cry, often likened to thunder rolling across the sky. Historically, sightings of the Pennsylvania Thunderbird span centuries, with accounts originating from Native American tribes and later European settlers. Many of these stories describe encounters where the Thunderbird swoops down from the sky, its immense size and piercing cries leaving a lasting impression on those who claim to have seen it. Some speculate that the Thunderbird could be a surviving species of prehistoric creature, possibly a descendant of the pterosaur, while others attribute its existence to an undiscovered species of giant bird. Despite numerous reports and the deep cultural resonance of its legend, tangible evidence of the Thunderbird's existence remains elusive. This mystery has only served to enhance its status as a prominent figure in Pennsylvania's rich tradition of cryptids, adding to the allure and ongoing fascination with this enigmatic creature. Near Bryn Athyn in Montgomery County, the legend of the Bryn Athyn beast, also known as the Montgomery County Monster, continues to intrigue both locals and researchers. This enigmatic creature is described as an upright canine-like figure standing between 7 and 7.5 feet tall, with glowing yellow eyes and a powerful muscular build. One of the most detailed sightings occurred in Pennypack Park in Philadelphia County in late 2022. A group of hikers reported seeing the creature emerge from the dense underbrush around dusk. They described it as having a dark, shaggy coat and moving with an unusual gait on its hind legs. The hikers observed the creature for several minutes before it disappeared back into the woods, leaving behind a set of large, distinctive tracks. Local authorities were alerted and the area was examined, but no conclusive evidence was found. In early 2023, another sighting was reported along the Wissahickon Creek corridor in Montgomery County. A jogger encountered the Bryn Athyn beast early in the morning. The jogger noted seeing the creature standing near the creek, its eyes glowing eerily in the dim light. The creature reportedly watched the jogger intently before retreating into the surrounding forest. The sighting was corroborated by additional tracks found in the area, which matched those from the Pennypack Park sighting. These recent sightings have prompted a concerted effort by wildlife biologists and local authorities to investigate the Bryn Athyn beast further. Researchers are focusing on understanding the ecological corridors and habitat needs that could support such a large, elusive creature in suburban environments. Trail cameras and environmental DNA sampling are being used to gather data and insights into the creature's presence and behavior. The ongoing investigation aims to unravel the mystery of the Bryn Athyn beast and determine its role in the local ecosystem. As scientists and authorities continue their work, the creature remains a fascinating and elusive figure in Pennsylvania's cryptid pantheon. The Potter nondescript is a cryptid said to roam the remote forests of Potter County, Pennsylvania. Reports of this mysterious creature date back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with sightings primarily occurring in the dense, wooded areas of the region. Witnesses describe the Potter nondescript as a large, elusive creature, often compared to Bigfoot or other similar beings. It is said to stand between 7 and 9 feet tall, with a stocky build and covered in dark, shaggy fur. Witnesses also report unusual features such as a distinctive odor and an eerie, guttural vocalization. One notable sighting occurred in the early 1900s when a group of hunters reported encountering a large, hairy creature while tracking game in the woods near Coudersport. They described the creature as moving swiftly through the forest on 2 legs, with a powerful stride that left deep impressions in the ground. The hunters observed the creature from a distance before it vanished into the underbrush, leaving them with a sense of unease. In the 1970s, another sighting involved a local resident who claimed to have seen the Potter nondescript near a remote hiking trail. The witness described a large, dark figure with long limbs and a broad, hunched back. The creature was reportedly spotted rummaging through the undergrowth only to quickly disappear when the witness approached. Despite these reports, physical evidence for the Potter nondescript remains scarce, with most information coming from eyewitness accounts and occasional tracks found in the forest. Skeptics argue that sightings could be misidentifications of large animals or simply local folklore. However, the consistency of descriptions and the continued interest in the Potter nondescript suggest that it remains an intriguing part of Pennsylvania's cryptid lore. Bessie, often referred to as the Lake Erie monster, is a cryptid said to inhabit the waters of Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes. The legend of Bessie dates back to the early 19th century, with numerous reports of sightings from across the lake's shoreline. Witnesses describe Bessie as a large, serpentine creature, sometimes likened to a Loch Ness monster-type being but adapted to the lake's environment. Sightings typically depict Bessie as having a long, undulating body with a series of humps or ridges visible above the water. Some reports also mention a head and neck resembling that of a dinosaur or prehistoric sea creature. One of the earliest recorded sightings occurred in 1817, when a group of settlers in Ohio reported seeing a large, dark shape moving through the water. Over the years, there have been additional reports from both residents and visitors around Lake Erie. For example, in the 1950s, a family in Pennsylvania claimed to have seen a massive creature swimming near the shore, describing it as having a series of humps moving smoothly across the water. In the 1990s, a notable sighting involved a boat crew who observed a large snake-like creature from their vessel. They reported seeing it surface multiple times with a distinctive shape and pattern that did not match any known aquatic animal. Despite their attempts to capture photographic evidence, the creature quickly disappeared beneath the surface. Skeptics suggest that Bessie sightings might be attributed to misidentifications of common animals like waves or floating debris. Others believe that reports could be influenced by local folklore and sensationalism. Nonetheless, the persistence of sightings and the continuing interest in Bessie contribute to the ongoing mystery of Lake Erie's elusive inhabitant. The broadtop snake is a cryptid reported to inhabit the broadtop region of Pennsylvania, particularly around the areas of Huntingdon and Bedford counties. The creature has been part of local folklore for decades, with sightings typically occurring in the rugged, forested terrain of the area. Witnesses describe the broadtop snake as an enormous serpentine creature with a length estimated to exceed 20 feet. Unlike common snakes, reports often depict it as having an undulating, almost snake-like movement but with a thicker, more muscular body. The creature is sometimes described as having a dark mottled coloration, with some reports mentioning a series of distinct, unusual markings along its body. One notable sighting occurred in the 1980s when a group of hikers reported encountering a large, snake-like creature while exploring a remote part of the broadtop region. The hikers described seeing the creature moving through the underbrush, with its massive body undulating in a manner unlike any known snake species. They reported a sense of awe and fear as the creature slithered away, disappearing into the dense foliage. Another sighting in the 1990s involved a local resident who claimed to have seen the broadtop snake crossing a rural road at night. The witness described the creature as having a dark, scaly skin and moving with a fluid motion. Despite attempts to get a closer look or capture photographic evidence, the creature quickly vanished into the surrounding woods. While the broadtop snake has intrigued cryptid enthusiasts, physical evidence supporting its existence remains limited, with most information derived from eyewitness accounts and occasional tracks. Skeptics suggest that these sightings could be misidentifications of large, known reptiles or even myths rooted in local folklore. Nonetheless, the consistent nature of the reports and the ongoing interest in the broadtop snake contribute to its status as a notable figure among the state's cryptid legends. The white Bigfoot, sometimes referred to as the albino Bigfoot, is one of the more distinctive cryptids reported in Pennsylvania. While the typical Bigfoot sightings in the region involve creatures with dark, often black or brown fur, the white Bigfoot has captured attention due to its unusual coloration. Sightings have spanned several decades, with consistent reports from various parts of the state, including Carbondale, Fayette County, and Washington County. The creature is typically described as standing over 8 feet tall, with broad shoulders and thick, shaggy white fur. Witnesses often note its muscular build and the creature's ability to move quietly despite its size. Reports frequently mention that the white Bigfoot seems curious, sometimes observing humans from a distance before retreating into the woods. These consistent descriptions across different encounters suggest that the white Bigfoot is more than just a one-time anomaly. Some researchers theorize that the white Bigfoot could be an albino variant of the more commonly reported Bigfoot, while others suggest it might be a distinct species or subspecies that has adapted to specific environmental conditions, possibly even related to seasonal changes like snow cover. Theories also extend to possible misidentifications of large animals like bears, though the details provided by witnesses, such as the creature's bipedal movement and significant height, tend to challenge this explanation. The phenomenon of the white Bigfoot has not only intrigued cryptozoologists, but has also captured the imagination of the public, contributing to Pennsylvania's rich tapestry of cryptid lore. Whether this creature is an elusive variant of Bigfoot or something else entirely, it continues to be a subject of fascination and investigation in the state. In the rolling hills of Butler County, Pennsylvania, a creature of nightmare has reportedly stalked the backroads and valleys since at least the early 1990s. Witnesses call it the Butler Gargoyle, a towering winged humanoid said to stand 8 to 9 feet tall, with leathery gray skin, long arms ending in clawed fingers, and glowing upturned eyes. Its head is described as flat or ridged, with pointed ears and a bat-like presence that leaves lasting fear in those who see it. In March of 2011, a series of chilling encounters gripped the region. Near Chicora, a businessman claimed he watched the creature stride across the road in 3 massive steps. A week later, 2 more witnesses in Keppel's Corner described a similarly built entity with outstretched wings and a face so inhuman, one said it looked like something out of hell. That same month, a motorcyclist near East Brady encountered what he thought was roadkill, until the figure rose up to reveal its full size and, demonic features. More reports soon followed, centered around Renfrew and Reimersburg, all consistent in their details. Investigators like Stan Gordon and members of the Butler Organization of Research on the Unexplained documented these cases, noting the disturbing pattern. The sightings were isolated, detailed, and honestly, strikingly similar. Whether a creature of flesh and blood, or something far stranger, the Butler Gargoyle remains one of Pennsylvania's most terrifying and elusive cryptids, lurking in the shadows just beyond the tree line. Tommyknockers are a cryptid reported in the mining regions of Pennsylvania, particularly in areas with a history of coal mining. The legend of the Tommyknockers dates back to the 19th and early 20th centuries, with numerous accounts from miners and local residents describing encounters with these elusive beings. Witnesses commonly describe Tommyknockers as small, gnome-like creatures, standing about 3 to 4 feet tall. They are often depicted with distinctive features such as large, pointed ears, and a mischievous or malevolent demeanor. Reports suggest that Tommyknockers have a knack for causing disruptions, with miners frequently associating them with unexplained noises and accidents in the mines. One notable account from the early 1900s involves a group of coal miners who reported hearing mysterious knocking sounds within their mine shaft. The noises seemed to come from various locations, creating a sense of disorientation and unease. According to their story, these noises were accompanied by sightings of small, shadowy figures flitting about the mine, which they attributed to the presence of Tommyknockers. In the 1970s, a miner working in a remote Pennsylvania coal mine reported a series of unsettling incidents that he believed were the work of Tommyknockers. He described seeing small, elusive figures moving in the shadows and hearing persistent knocking sounds that seemed to follow him through the mine. Despite efforts to locate the source of the disturbances, the experiences left him and his colleagues convinced that the Tommyknockers were responsible. While the Tommyknocker legends are rooted in folklore, physical evidence of their existence remains elusive. Most information comes from first-hand accounts and anecdotal reports from those who have worked in or near mining areas. Skeptics argue that these accounts could be attributed to natural causes, such as shifting rocks or environmental factors within the mines. However, the persistence of these stories and the cultural significance of the Tommyknockers in mining communities continue to make them a fascinating aspect of Pennsylvania's rich tapestry of cryptid folklore.